Well, as we say, it's Shropshire Day here, the 23rd of February, in the SBL TV studio, the perfect opportunity to be celebrating all things Shropshire. We were talking a little bit earlier about our market towns and some of the challenges. And tourism and attracting visitors was one of the things that came through loud and clear. So how fortuitous is it that we've got the new chair of Visit Shropshire here with us today, Ed? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Carl. Thanks for inviting me, and happy Shropshire Day.
Absolutely, yeah. Are you doing anything particular to celebrate Shropshire Day today? We had pancakes earlier this week. What did you do for Shropshire Day?
We've had pancakes. Maybe we should have a few Shrewsbury biscuits or some gingerbread pie or something like that. But also, I think everyone should tune into The Apprentice this evening. That's going to be showcasing the county. And as we were saying just before, Carl, definitely the production company will have had that earmarked in for Shropshire Day.
They'd have sat down and said, right, we're bringing it to Shropshire,
Absolutely.
but it's got to be aired on Shropshire Day.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's fantastic to have something like The Apprentice, just because we're going to be spotlighting Ironbridge and Shrewsbury in particular, aren't they, on the show tonight? But looking forward to seeing what they get up to.
Absolutely. All the usual Apprentice shenanigans. At the end of the day, someone's got to get fired, haven't they?
Do you get a sneak peek of the show? Can you ring them up and say, I am the chair of Visit Shropshire, I'd like to see a preview of the show?
I haven't asked. So I don't know is the answer to the question.
So tell me about the role and why you wanted to take it on.
Okay, so I've been chair of Visit Shropshire for 2 or 3 weeks now. It's a voluntary role, and we've got a board with 8 other members, and then there are two members of staff, Mark and Sarah. We're here as an organisation to promote the whole county as a tourist destination. So we want people coming in for day trips, people for short breaks, for holidays, and the real aim of the game there is to get lots of people staying in holiday cottages, Airbnbs, in hotels, but also visiting attractions. And then obviously we had the interviews just earlier with the representatives from the market towns, is visiting our great market towns, our lovely rural areas, the Shropshire Hills, and getting out into those big green spaces. Ultimately, why did I want to take that on? Is Shropshire is a brilliant county with a fantastic story to tell, and I just want to amplify that as much as I can. So everything from that green and pleasant land that I discussed, through to showcasing particular businesses, producers of food and drink, some of those brilliant attractions that we've got, places to go and visit.
And there's a hint of this when we were talking on the Market Towns debate just a little bit earlier about how each town thinks, oh no, other towns get more of a profile than we do, or other towns get more of the money. Or I guess one of the big juggling acts for Visit Shropshire is to make sure that everywhere from Ellesmere to Cleobury Mortimer and lots in between is all getting an equal share of the pie.
Absolutely. So we are all about the whole county. Of course, there are some there are some key assets that the county's got, and we really want to shout about them. The Shropshire Hills are there. There's not a lot we can do to change the geology, other than maybe an ice age or something like that. Ironbridge Gorge, World Heritage Site. Why wouldn't we shout about these key assets, key places to visit, parts of our heritage? Great days out for people from Shropshire, but also people visiting the county. But we're aware. We have about 200 members at any one time, and they're distributed across the whole county from north to south, from east to west. And we want as many people visiting as many different parts of the county as possible.
So does it matter if the majority of people, when you say Shropshire, will only maybe think of Ironbridge or Shrewsbury or Ludlow? Is it just about having a hook of some sort just to get them here in the first place then?
A hook is really important, and I think also when people visit the county, obviously we could have lots of day trippers, so they're probably only going to go to one specific location. But when they're there, they think, well, actually, I can get to Shropshire. It is quite an easy place to get to. So we could come back again, maybe in a couple of months' time, and then they're going to visit somewhere else. Or if they're staying for a few days, actually, and this is what I find, I own and operate a holiday let business myself, is people who come for a few days or for a week, they'll spend a day, they'll go down to Church Stretton, they'll go walking for the day, they'll pop into Shrewsbury one day, they'll go to Ironbridge one day. So actually they do see lots of the county during a slightly longer stay.
So you sort of answered one of the question I was going to ask you about, how does the marketing and communications manager from the Wrekin Housing Group end up being chair of Visit Shropshire? But obviously that's not your only hat you wear, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got a day job where I lead the marketing communications function at the Wrekin Housing Group. That's different from this, although absolutely those kind of skills that I've got, that I use in my day job, translate across this very well. But I also have a small holiday let business that I run with my wife, and we're members of Visit Shropshire, and that's really what led me into this specifically.
Yeah, stick with us. I know you're going to stick with us for a few more minutes. We're going to take a quick break to get some news headlines, and then we'll be joined as well by one of the main attractions that brings a lot of people to Shrewsbury.
Absolutely.
So stay with us. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.